Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy SCGRANT here, and we're back with the 9th episode of being in the City of VAETERNUS. And yes, it is finally ready to go. We finally got our city parade officially pretty much making its debut, because you guys have waited long enough to see this pretty much in full, in HD. Because once again, one thing I discussed back in my last video, or at least one of my previous videos related to the City of VAETERNUS, was that it was getting a little difficult trying to figure out where to actually place this whole city parade in terms of its road type. Like, I had to put the event road type in just so that it would not hinder any of the service buildings that service buildings do what service buildings gotta do. So yeah, it's finally time to see this in action, and oh boy, I cannot believe it that this is actually what the rest of the DLC. I already showcases the racetrack, but now we're gonna see the other side of it, making use of the whole pretty much the event roads for basically this purpose, to make use of those of these road types to basically simply. And as per usual, when it comes to blocking off the roads, we have the road types then, and that was a taxi that somehow got through, because once again there's still bugs and kinks to basically iron out. But yeah, pretty much it functions as it should be. It is crazy that this is real, to the point that I never thought that it was gonna be like this. Like, with the roads blocked off, it means that no cars cannot get through as the event is going on, per se, because there are all types of it. Hell, I even see a parade with a cake on it that has the shape of a cake. So yeah, you got your first taste of how the parade and how that whole second part of the race DLC basically functions, overall functions. So oh man, a lot has pretty much went down, and the fact this is the 9th episode, once again, man, things have been progressing, and I basically specifically for this episode want to test out to see how it functions, and judging from what I'm seeing, it's definitely up there. Because I never thought that this is how it would turn out, because I had to put a whole district. I had to use Scorpion Hills. Yeah, I had to build an entire district just to get this parade going, to see how it would look. And it definitely does have its works. In the fact, it even adapts to pretty much slopes, like at least small slopes. So it adapts to that, so that's a good thing that they was able to accommodate for that. Because once again, I was worrying that the slopes would not work that way. But yeah, it was going to be like this. So I never thought that it would have come to this. So what I had to do currently is to actually increase the speed to get this parade going. And I even saw a police helicopter make sure to also keep an eye on the parade. So that's basically, adds extra security and all. But yeah, the main purpose of this official route to host the parade is to make sure it gets from start to finish. And boy, I am seeing lots. I see one with Kick, I see one with Clown Face, I see one that even hosts the Princess. Like, they even did that. Like, they're coming with different varieties, man. Because that's again for this one, because once again, I've already did the racetrack, now we're gonna do the parade thing. Now, if anybody's gonna ask about the running races and the bicycle races, it's also part of that too, but I would not have that implemented. Once again, you guys have waited long enough to see this feature finally put to use in the events of it, because once again, I am still over 30,000 people living in the City of VAETERNUS, and once again, as I look through the whole ordeal, there are officially, yeah, that's it. That is enough of the route to basically host these kinds of parades. Like, that's a lot of parades just for this road alone. Like, it is crazy that it can come out that way. So yeah, once it reaches the end, it will most likely, once it reaches the end tent, it will most likely go all in, and it will most likely be it. So I'm going to get a closer look at said, and trying to put this in first person view. Yep, to see the parades in action. You can clearly see that tablets me to put a lot into the parades themselves. And once again, I like how they adapted to the steep, to the hills, like at least to a minimum degree, so that if it was too slow, it would not work. But once again, they adapted to that time, because once again, it is crazy how this was pretty much a thing. Like, it was crazy that this happened. So yeah, pardon me if everything's going a little fast on the gameplay, is that yes, I had to speed it up because once again, oh my god, man, because I want to make sure that you guys see in front of you what the parades are capable of. Normally this would be for the bikes and cycling races, but once again, you guys waited long enough, so this is pretty much what you're seeing right now. Because once again, pretty much I've already dabbled into this pretty much last week with episode 8 when I was trying to work it out in the Toki Beach, but it just didn't work because once again there's good service buildings that pretty much blocked it. So what I did for these event tour types, I make sure there was no buildings on that road type. There's no buildings on the side, so make sure that it goes right through it. So yes, it comes to show that I never thought that we would reach 9 episodes. Because when I did my City of Lost Sundays, we reached 18 episodes, and now this one is 9 episodes. And well, let's see, check the stocking stage. I've already fully upgraded it, and everything's in the red. We are officially broke. We are going down under. Blue, hooray, yay, finances. It can get my ass on. Why? That my stock exchange is acting like a bitch right now. Like, it literally said everything's in the red. But once again, back to the parade. Yep, it's how it looks and how it functions. Once again, a racetrack is always primarily up and about then, and I've already gotten pretty much, the parade done. Because once all the parade itself goes right into the end tent, it'll most likely be the end of that event. Because once again, it's still doing the whole event here. Once again, it's not just racetracks. A parade also adapts to the in-game event that only pretty much occurs every one in-game year at a specific point. So yeah. It comes to show that I really wanted to finally put this out, and let's see, apart from seeing that trash, trash compactor bits coming all this trash, because once again, so much is happening to the point that I gotta make sure that everything's up to snuff. There are death rates, there are too many customers, not enough employees, like once again, your typical city problems, to the point that, yeah. It comes to no show that, and there are the fireworks. Yep, we have officially concluded the event for the parade. And once again, that's all you're getting out of me because, truth be told, you guys should have known by now that I really wanted to get this out there just to showcase it that I officially have pretty much HD footage of me testing out the parade functionality in the game. When the Race Day DLC dropped back months ago, and once again I finally got around to finally getting it showcased, and I'm hoping that with the city, like I said again, we came a long way these past few months, like mostly about the summer, because once again this build ain't just there's city build. This build has been sitting on my goddamn save states for pretty much my save storage for months. And once again, when it's time to, at some point, basically want to try to move on to other things. Once again, this episode is specifically to pretty much showcase that I have tested the parade for this, and it's officially there. So I'm hoping to do more experimentation. But the reason we have come to this pretty much closer to the end of the video is that I don't know what lies ahead for Cities Skylines as a whole. I don't know about the second game's console support, but for the first game, I don't know if Tampa's Media got another expansion or maybe more creator packs or radio stations coming later down the road, because we are approaching by next month. It'll have been 6 months since since the Race Day DLC bundle was released to the public. So we don't know what they'll carry out. Because once again, Cities Skylines is definitely one of my personal favorites. And when it comes to coming back and basically seeing what kind of ideas I can throw into the pot, like what can work, what can't work, and pretty much how it is to it. Because once again, you can tell that so much progress went in. Many dishes were finished, some were still yet to get updated, and at this point, I just don't know what lies ahead for the city itself. Because okay, I see someone putting out a fire, meaning that there was a base of a house. Okay, that's taken care of. I don't know what will come of the future for this particular segment on the gaming channel. I didn't expect it to be like this. It was shocking that I made it to the 9th episode and finally got the parade up and running. And as per usual, once the parades are done, meaning that the road types will be back to normal and with the next in-game year. So yeah, meaning that pretty much all vehicles can finally have access to that main road again, but most likely that everything will go as smooth. Like I said, next year the parade might pop up again, maybe with something else. I don't know, maybe a bike race, maybe a running race, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, episode 9. The parades have finally came and went. You guys waited it, and you guys got what you came for. Anyway, oh boy. What lies ahead for Cities Skylines Remastered? I do not know. But I would not be surprised if Taylor's Media came out and said, we got more content for you. Once again, I have no inside info. We don't know what this game is capable of in the near future. Anyway, this is your boy SCGRANT, and I'm hoping to see you all later down the road whenever the time is right. Anyway, take care, and see you all in the near future.